my name's Sammy Oni. I'm here for that Grape Juice. Good to see you again. Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you, man.
How you lot feeling?
Nice.
It feels mad.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No,
it's not gonna settle
I don't
in.
think it will
It's not gonna
settle until a couple of days after the premiere.
I don't even
for me.
think after the for me anyway. I don't know. Maybe Christmas time or something like that. It will
You
settle.
got the outfits for the premiere though. Like, are you rocking?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to turn up.
Bro, you know what? We're having a panic.
waiting.
I just gotta get my thing just kind of tailored a little bit. Yeah, so it's coming like lastminute.com.
It's all last minute.
Everything's last minute right now. Yeah.
Adam, you mentioned that you FaceTime Ed Sheeran. What was that conversation like, trying to get him on? And when you told him like the character he'll be playing, what was his? How did he take to that?
Do you know what? He was on it. Like, it was a very honest conversation. He was just like, look, I don't really want to play myself in a film again. I wanna take the acting kind of serious. And he said he trusted me as a director, and he was like, let's just do this. And I felt like, so I put it to him. I was like, look, would you be up for playing a crackhead? And he was like, yeah, all right, cool. And I was a little bit skeptical. I was like, look, is he gonna be able to learn all these lines? Because it's very dialogue heavy. Like, but then he, we rehearsed in his house, and he was word perfect. Like, he honestly smashed it.
That was crazy.
That was one of the moments when we were filming that scene with Ed, and I was like, wow, what have we created here? Because literally I'm in the scene watching him do his thing, trying to keep in character, but I'm like, this guy's funny, man.
He even freestyled the singing bit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the singing bit. Yeah, he improvised that as well. Yeah.
You directed and acted in this. Which one do you enjoy more?
I love directing. On this job, I really took the directing side serious, but I don't know if I could pick one, because I love acting, I love directing, I love doing both. I feel like this was the ideal project for me, because I got to do both, and it was tricky at times, because you'll be acting in a scene with like 4 actors, and you're trying to worry about what Rico's doing, but you've got one eye on all the other actors and an ear on whether they're saying the right lines, and then you'd cut in the middle of the scene and run behind the monitor. So there was a lot of running around and trying to wear many different hats, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. I loved it. Yeah.
Jazzie.
Yes, my brother.
Co-leading this.
Hey, come on,
How
man.
did you best prepare for your role?
You know what? You gotta understand. I've always said this before. Yeah, this was such a great feeling for me, because, like I said, I've been a big fan of Adam's, and I just knew I had to step up my game. I came from a background where I used to improvise a lot. Well, that was it. I had no script. I would just freestyle, do whatever. And then obviously at Sumotherhood, it was more of a group thing, so I didn't really have that many lines, even though I was kind of like, part of the main cast. But this one here, bro, I was just ready, man. I just made sure I was just looking at all the comedy greats that I look up to, and I just went in.
And Jazzie went in. I've got to say, I'm so proud, because obviously me and Jazzie, we were doing work way back in the day on like Jazzie's show and all that, and it was always improvised.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But this, as Jazzie said, it was the first time scripted, and there was a lot of dialogue. So
a lot.
I'm just amazed. Like, every time I look over at Jazzie, he'd be on set learning his lines, going through the dialogue, adding new things that we'd come up with, and I'm like, that's sick, bruv. Add that in, and one thing I've got to say, the energy Jazzie committed to all the way through the filming was just mad. I didn't know how he kept that up. One of the first takes, I was like, bro, you're going to be able to do this for every take. But him and Richie Campbell,
Commitment.
the energy levels, like, that's what we needed for a film like this.
Cool. Last question. When you look at UK greats in terms of British comedy, you have the likes of Ali G, you have the likes of Snatch, you have the likes of Johnny English. They all have their own unique USP.
Yeah.
What would you say Sumotherhood's unique USP is, and how do you think this movie stands out from the rest?
Well, I'm a massive fan of like Guy Ritchie's work, and I loved what he did with like Lock, Stock and Snatch, and I feel like, even though I don't like pigeonholing this in the urban genre, I'd like to feel like this is our movie that can be more for the masses. So for instance, like, when I started making films like this, when we were making films for this genre, it was always very niche, it was always very underground. And I think this is a film, I don't even like calling it an urban action comedy. I want to call it an action comedy, because I feel like to have Paramount UK backing us, it's a mainstream film, it's made for the masses. So yeah, I hate to pigeonhole it.
No, definitely.